Hi, I'm Sharon, and this is episode 29 of the Sampler Style Podcast. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 29. So today I'm going to show you what I've been working on. It's just one thing. And then I'm going to talk about projects that I pretty much have abandoned. There are a few. Not that many, maybe 4 or 5, not too many. And I'll explain why, and I'll start with the oldest. I do have some old ones, so let's get right into it. I have been working exclusively on Peacock, Unicorn, and Badger. And this piece is gorgeous. So I'm really into showing as best I can the stitching. So if you've watched any of my videos before, my favorite part is the background. Not that I mind the motifs, I just love stitching the background. It's very relaxing to me. Case in point, not as relaxing. The motifs and counting and all that other kind of stuff, it's fine. That's what cross stitch is. So I started on the middle section. I started on at the top with these clouds. And I made a mistake right here. And I ripped it out today. It was not much, just like where my finger was. It's fine. I didn't want to do much more than this anyway, because now I will stitch down. And I needed to get these birds in because I want to start the tree. And I needed the birds in before I could count to the tree. So I love the birds. The birds are so fun. This bird is gorgeous. Look at the colors. Oh my goodness. I'm in love with this bird. The wings. It's so beautiful. And the blue on its belly and everything. Oh, it's so pretty. I have bluebirds in my yard, and they're gorgeous. The only problem is they're very aggressive, and they're very territorial. And if they notice the reflection in your window, they will attack the window really aggressively to the point where they could hurt themselves. So I had to put something. It hasn't happened this year, but 2 years ago it was a problem. And I had to put something on the outside of the window. I don't remember what I did. I honestly don't remember. I know I put something there so it wouldn't see its reflection. It was crazy. And this beautiful bluebird just throwing itself at my dining room window, which is right near where I stitch. Speaking of that, I have been doing shorts on this channel. If you don't have them blocked, because some people will block them, you should see them when you bring up my page. And there's also a playlist of shorts. So I will put the link to the playlist down below. It's called 3-Minute Cross Stitch. And I show 3 minutes of what I've been working on every day. And people are liking it. And I also showed my whole stitching setup, which I'm thinking I could put it in here too. I'm going to put it at the end. If you stay to the end, and I hope you do, that'd be great. Helps me out. Stay to the end and watch. I'll stick it in there and you can see where I stitch. It's pretty cool. It's 3 minutes long. Not a big deal. Okay, so these birds. This bird, not as colorful as the other bird. Oh, I just figured it out. Duh. This is the female. Maybe. They don't really look like the same bird because of the wings, but you never know. They could be, just the way the wings are. Okay, I gotta look at that more closely. Not sure. But you know how the females aren't quite as flashy as the males. Could be the female. Don't know. Don't know what the person who did the tapestry was thinking when they did the tapestry, or even if it's been interpreted the way the original artist intended. So I think this was based on a tapestry. Anyway, but this bird, I'm going to call her a she, is the same color as the unicorn, who is absolutely stunning. And I love him or her. Just gorgeous. So this is my focus piece. I do not plan on switching over focus pieces for a while because I'm really enjoying stitching on this. So next I'm doing, after this bird is done, which I should finish him tonight, I'm going to put the leaf, there's 2 leaves, and then and one of the birds is perched on like a little branch of the tree, and I'll start the tree, and the tree is next. I'm going to finish that entire tree because I can really base a lot of the motifs off that tree, the counting of it, so it doesn't get messed up, because I'm famously terrible at counting and outlining. Terrible. It's my worst skill in cross stitch is counting. I have to count and recount. You know when you're doing borders and like you do 5 and then it goes down and there's 3, and then I have to make sure that I'm not counting the first one to add. It's a pain in the neck, but I have to just count and recount constantly. So I've had that problem all my life with simple math. Simple math is not my friend. Higher level math, no problem. I'm very good at it. Simple math, not so much. So anyway, that's pretty much the only thing I have been working on. So let's now talk about projects that I'm pretty much not going to ever work on again. I'm not going to say never ever, but I might not. Well, let's just see. Let's talk about it. So, do you all have pieces that you have decided to abandon and that you no longer want to work on? The next few pieces I really don't want to work on anymore is because I've kind of outgrown them as a stitcher. Not that they're not beautiful. I just don't enjoy stitching on the count of fabric, or I don't like stitching with 2 strands. One of these, I don't like the floss I'm using. So let's start. So I started my cross stitch journey by stitching Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I think a lot of people did. So the reason I started was because started with this Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this is how I got into stitching, started knowing about stitching, which is bizarre. You're not going to believe this, but so I'm first and foremost a knitter, and I was watching a knitting podcast, which is no longer in production. It was called Round the Twist with Karen. If you've seen Karen, let me know. She was one of the first knitting podcasts. I want to say she started in 2011 because I started in 2012. So maybe she started in 2010. Anyway, so she was showing off her Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery pieces, and I'm like, this is so cool. Like, what is this? Isn't that true? I did crewel work back in the 70s. Someday I'll show that to you. I have it here. I will show that to you at some point. But I don't know why cross stitch never came on my radar. I probably thought it was the same as needlepoint. I don't know. I'm dumb. Who knows? So she's showing these pieces, and I'm like, these are really cute. I really like them. So I started with some small ones. I didn't know how to cross stitch, and I took a cross stitch class at a knitting retreat that I went to. It didn't stick, and then I started stitching these Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery pieces, and then it took off. Once I kind of got the gist of it and watched some tutorials, I got it. So these are two that I have not finished. One of them's almost finished. What I probably am going to do is I'll give these to my daughter because she loves stitching on 28 count with 2 strands. It's her thing. And this one, sadly, is almost finished. It's a Christmas piece. It's so cute. Maybe I'll work on this at the holidays. See, I see these and I'm like, I want to stitch on that. So this is the Nutcracker Parade. It's got a name, but it's based on the Nutcracker. And it's like snow globes in a parade. And it's super cute. I'll find a picture of it and I'll put it up here. And I did a good job on it. And it was a mystery, which was super fun. It's always fun to start your crafting career with a mystery. So I'm in the middle of editing this video and looking at the Nutcracker Parade. I'm just going to rip out that first letter that I started. And then I'm going to just finish it like that without the words, because you know me, I don't really like words on samplers or cross stitch, and I think it's just even cuter without the words. And so I'm really excited about that. Let's continue on. And then the next one is also a Halloween one. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to put it down below. It's very cute. I got kits, and it taught me a lot about cross stitch. But once I discovered other designers and smaller counts of fabric, which I prefer to stitch on, I'm not really interested in stitching these anymore. I actually had another Christmas one that I gave away as a giveaway, but yeah, I have all the flosses in here, not organized hardly at all, because I didn't know how to organize thread. I mean, I still kind of do this. Like, I'll put all my leftovers in a baggie just to keep them organized. Anyway, I gave one to my daughter. I had one, and she did it, and she gave it to my my husband's great-grandson when he was born. She gave it as a shower gift, and it's so cute. I don't think I have a picture of it. If I do, I'll put it up here. She finished it, because by this time, these are so many color changes, they drove me nuts. So I did not really enjoy stitching on them, but she loves that. So she loved stitching on that. And I'll see if I have a picture of it. I probably do. Okay, so next, then I'm like, all right, I started branching out a little bit. And I started this piece. This is a Modern Folk Embroidery Christmas piece. It's on 36 count gingerbread, I think. I don't know. Wait, I can tell you. Yep, 36 count gingerbread. And I stitched this with Floche. And Floche it's kind of unusual. I don't like it. It's very cotton. It is cotton, and it's very cottony. And it's nice because it's thick, and it really gives good coverage. But A, this was white, and B, I just don't like, I got to the point where I just didn't like the feel of this Floche. So I gave up on this, and I probably will not continue. but it's beautiful. Stitching in white is like so boring to me, but somebody might want to stitch it. I don't know. Pretty fabric. And who knows, maybe I'll just restart it with silk. I'm not sure. I'm thinking. It's really cool. I just, at this point, there's other things, right? Okay. And another, I wanted to start a long dog. And this one, I'm calling it abandoned, but I might someday pick this up. I might restart it with silk. It's on 36 count though. And I think what I should do is sell all my 36 count because I'm not wanting to stitch on it. But this is a long dog, and I think it's the Templar. I'm not really sure. I'll find the name of it, but I started it and I liked it because A, it's black, and B, I love just single color stitching, and I like patterns like this, and I really wanted to do a long dog. And again, I might continue with it, or I might restart it with silk. It looks nice on the. It looks really nice on this fabric. So I have the pattern, you know, it's a PDF, so I'll see. And I do love stitching from a PDF. Everything I stitch on, I convert into PDF, and I load it into Markup RXP, which is available on all of your platforms, Apple and Android, and I love it to pieces. I can't stitch any other way, I'm going to be honest. And if I can't for some reason get it the way I want it on Markup RXP, I'm not stitching it. That's the way it is. This piece was a labor of love getting it into Markup RXP because it's many, many pages. And right over there, I have a big scanner, and I scanned all the pages, and you have to do a lot of finagling to get things to line up properly. And it's not perfect, but it's good enough that it works, you know. And it's incredible. I can see the entire chart in one go. Like I can just keep scrolling, and there's never any page breaks, which I hate. And I wouldn't stitch if there were. And I love it. It's fantastic. Okay. This one's really sad. I got this as a kit from Hobby House Needleworks. I don't think it's available anymore. This is Florence Mary Dickenson. And it's a booklet, which I despise because this was very hard to get into markup. I did it. It's in there, I think. I have to check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it, but it took some time. However, I hate the fabric. Not the color. Love the color, and that's why I've been kind of holding on to it and trying to decide whether I should pick this up again and start. Let me tell you, I looked at it today. Look how it's beautiful. I feel bad. I might sell this fabric someone could rip this out or just, you know, start a piece or whatever. This is Tabby Cat Fabrics. I'm not really, it's beautiful, but this is going bye-bye because I can't stand it. It's too small. This is a lot of color changes. Speaking of color changes, so many color changes. Even Brenda of the Cereal Starter, who finished it, was complaining about that. I don't use magnification. I use bifocals. And I don't, even if I magnified it, first of all, I would hate it. Second of all, it wouldn't help me because it's just getting the needle in and out of these holes. I'm not sure. Maybe the dye job shrunk. It's sad because look how beautiful. Fabric is gorgeous. However, I do have this beautiful piece of 40 count dirty teacup by Needle and Flax, which is similar. This has more modeling, yeah, definitely, but the tone is very similar and it's neutral, and I think it would be much more fun to stitch on this. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna restart it. That's why I bought this dirty teacup. So Colorado Cross Stitcher had some in her shop, and I snagged it in the size that I need, and I think I'll be much happier stitching on that. Okay, I have one more abandoned project, and this one is beautiful, and I can't give it to my daughter because she's already stitched it, although maybe she would stitch it for me. She might stitch it again. she's really fast. So this is Dark Queen of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I really wanted to stitch this, and I found I hated it. I really hated it. Ugh. It's on 28 count, which I don't like. It's 2 strands, and it's a lot of confetti. It's not my thing at all. I did not. No. So maybe I'll get Erin to do it for me. Even if she did it a little bit a day. She would do it for me if I asked. I might. Next time I see her, she'll do it for me. I want her to, she would love to stitch her again, I'm sure. And I want naked boobies. Hers is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I probably have a picture. I don't know why I was looking it up on Instagram. I know I have a picture of Erin's. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see how Apple AI is working. It's not working. Let's see. Oh, I found it. Shocking. All right, let's see. This is Erin's. It's stunning. I mean, these pieces in person, unbelievable. I bought her a box. She bought the mermaid box from Autumn Lane Stitchery, and I snagged it for her because she was going to be out when the box went live, and she's been stitching them, and they're so beautiful. Hold on. Oh, okay, look at this one. Erin finished her. She brought her. This was in the mermaid box. Look at that. It was a kit. And the beads aren't done yet, but look at the fabric. Oh, I just love it. She's gorgeous. Erin loved stitching it. She didn't love doing the beading, but she loved stitching her. And now she bought fabric to do the next one and has been stitching that one. let's see. And she started her. They're just beautiful. I wish I liked doing it. I just don't. So maybe she'll take pity on me and do Dark Queen of the Sea. She also did Dark Queen of the, what is it? Dark Queen of the Earth. That was beautiful too. Hold on. It's here. Hold on. Oh, here she is. This is Erin's Dark Queen of the Earth. It's just stunning. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I need to give her money for framing. No, that's not. She can afford it. She works for IBM. She can afford framing. The thing is, she's lazy about sending her stuff out. Hi, Tum Tum. She's so lazy about sending her pieces out to the framer that I've sent them with mine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, pick a mermaid or pick something that you've stitched. Because she also stitched Peacock Unicorn. It's done. It's gorgeous. And she brought that to show me, and I was blown away. So I'm going to say, pick something, and I will send it out and get it framed for you. She can give me the money or whatever. And yeah. Anyway. So I didn't mean to go off on all of that. That is it for the projects that I've abandoned. Next time, I'm going to show you some projects that I have in my WIP pile that I have not abandoned, and I really would like, I am definitely going to get back to them. I'm not planning on buying anything for the rest of 2025. The only thing that I'm planning on buying in the distant future are the flosses for Jane Atkinson, and she's going to be my birthday start in 2026. And but in between, I'd like to fill in with some other stitching. I want to do some summer stitching, which I'm going to show you next week, teaser, and then some fall stitching, which I'll start probably in August. But I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Check out my shorts, my 3-minute cross stitch shorts. And right now, I'm going to roll the short that I did, and it's of my stitching setup, because I think it came out pretty good. And welcome to 3-minute cross stitch. I asked you guys if you wanted to see my stitching setup, and a lot of you said you did, so here it is. So I'm going to step back. I have a desk set up here. It's pretty minimal, I'd say. I'm a very techie person. So I have my computer down here. I have my iPad Pro 11-inch down here. I also have an iPad mini, which I absolutely love. I use it every day with Markup RXP loaded for Peacock, Unicorn, and Badger. This little gadget right here is what I use to record my 3-minute cross stitch. It can move over here so I can put my phone on it. And here is my hoop with my cross stitch on it. And here is my frame, my little frame. I'm going to link it down in the show notes. I purchased this. It's a Z frame. I forget the brand. But if you are interested, you can go down in the show notes of this video and you can find that Z frame. And yeah, this is my desk setup. Like I said, I'm a very tech forward person. Oh, that's me. I put my channel on here. If you haven't seen episode 28, check it out, because I did a color conversion and that video didn't do very well. So if you're interested, and seeing what I've been working on in all its entirety. Check it out. Yeah, so I have my stitching glasses here. The top is set for computer, and I have a bifocal, and the bifocal is set for stitching. I think it's a -6. Yeah, it's pretty good, so I can really see my 40 count. And here's my project. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have my AirPods over here that connect to my computer. Yeah, oh, over here, next to my chair, I have the chart right here in case I need to reference it. Right here is where I keep my works in progress. I do not use project bags. I put them in this bin right next to my desk. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, I hope you enjoyed seeing my stitching setup. I hope you have a good couple of weeks. I hope to be back soon, maybe outside because it's getting too hot to record up here. In the meantime, stitch something beautiful and cheers!